Hey Lorain County football fans, and welcome back to another episode of The Blitz, brought to you by our friends at First Federal Savings of Lorain. I'm your host, Rocco Nucci, with the one and only Kristen Bauer behind the camera, and it is officially postseason time, baby, here in Lorain County. It is playoff time. It's what we've been waiting all season long for. So first and foremost, a big shout out to all of our local teams for a successful regular season. Hope all of them got through safely and with as little injuries as possible, although we know a number of our teams had some bumps and bruises to deal with throughout the course of the season. So before we get into the first round of the regional playoffs, what happened in week 10 in the regular season finale? Well, I'll tell you what, we had a couple of conference champions be crowned. First and foremost, those Columbia Raiders here at Southwest General Stadium got a huge double overtime win over the Firelands Falcons. 29-28 was the final score. Marco Sarigliano, my Italian brother, he punches in what would have been the tying score, but they go for two. They give it to Marco to go for two. He punches it in for the win, and Columbia gets another conference title, their first in the Lorain County League. So a huge season for the Raiders, their first perfect campaign, regular season campaign, I should say, since 2015. 10-0 are the Columbia Raiders this season, so hats off to them and Coach Jason Ward for that. How about those Avon Eagles in the SWC? Their seventh consecutive Southwestern Conference championship. They've had 5 solo crowns. They've shared it twice. This here in 2022 is a solo championship for Avon. They win it outright. A 9-1 season for Coach Elder. They are certainly ready to go for postseason play. The Elyria Catholic Panthers just fall short in the GLC title game to Holy Name. 42-25 was the final score there. In Medina, in the Greater Cleveland Conference, back-to-back championships for the Bees. They throttle Solon 48-7. That was the final score there, so big congratulations to Coach Larry Laird and friends over there. And how about the Brookside Cardinals, folks? No, they didn't win a conference championship, not by any means, but they did get their first win of 2022. They get a huge 46-12 win over Oberlin, so a big shout out to the Brookside Cardinals for that. So what is there to look forward to here in the first round of the regional playoffs? Let's just kind of go division by division here. 9 Lorain County League schools, all 7 Medina County schools in there. Black River kind of double dipping with those numbers. But let's look at Division 1 first and foremost. How about those Elyria Pioneers, the 10 seed in Division 1? They travel to Wadsworth to take on the 7-seeded Grizzlies. And sorry, you hear the Columbia band now in the background. Those Raiders getting ready for Friday night. I know I'm ready, so the Raiders marching band, they got to get ready too. But Elyria and Wadsworth, that's actually our radio and stream one game on Friday. This should be a good one. The winner, I think they'll get Medina the following week if Medina can handle business in their matchup, but this is a very good Pioneers team. They've got great senior leadership under Coach Devlin Culliver. You look at guys like Jaden Gilbert, who had 4 touchdowns in their regular season finale win over Midview. Lance Glover in the backfield. Jasir Lucky can do a lot of things from their receiver position, and their defense is absolutely fantastic. Isaiah Johnson is an absolute psychopath at linebacker. Cameron Edwards in the secondary does a lot of different things as well. He hits, he picks balls off, he can play coverage, he does it all. So this Elyria team, I think they can make a nice little run here in Division 1. It all starts Friday night against Wadsworth. Again, that is our radio and stream one game on WEOL. Elsewhere, Division 1, Lorain, the 13 seed, they will be at Cleveland Heights to take on the 4th seeded Tigers. In Division 2, top seed Avon, they are at home against Westlake. That Eagles defense, as Coach Elder has talked about in recent weeks, playing great football at the right time of the year. We know about the offense with what guys like DeTilio and Ja'Cory and Caffey can do, but the defense will go a long way for those Eagles as well. Their big rival, Avon Lake, a 6 seed in Division 2. They are at home against Sylvania Southview. Myself and Ralph Polinsky will have the call for that one, WEOL.com stream 2. Talking about defense, that Shorman defense going to have to be really where the strength of this Avon Lake team lies in the playoffs. They're a little banged up, a little battered, a little bruised going into the postseason, but as we all know, defense can win championships, and they can play some offense over there as well under Coach Kostelnik. And the North Ridgeville Rangers, they cooled off a little bit in the second half of the season, a 13 seed heading into the Division 2 playoffs. They'll be at Anthony Wayne. Can these young Rangers shock the world? Coach Morgan thinks, maybe still a year or two away from really being prolific in the SWC, but either way, this will be tremendous playoff experience for a lot of those freshmen and sophomores that are getting varsity snaps for the Rangers. In Division 3, the 14th-seeded Firelands Falcons will be at Clyde this Friday night. Can Coach Ryan O'Rourke and crew right the ship after what was 2 very disappointing losses to end the season, first against Black River, then against Columbia? Again, the Falcons were right in that Lorain County League championship hunt. Again, it kind of fell short here here at the tail end of the season, so we'll see if the Falcons can bounce back in what will be a very tough matchup for them. Elyria Catholic, speaking of bouncing back, the Panthers have to find a way to get back on track this week after falling in the GLC title game. They will be at home against Bryan. That's a 4 versus 13 seed matchup in Division 4. Again, Coach Fox looking to get his guys back to their winning ways here in the playoffs. And in Division 6, right here at Columbia, the Raiders will be playing host to Mapleton. Region 22, always a tough one, as the Raider faithful know. So Coach Jason Ward knows his crew will have their work cut out for them as they look to extend what's been an impressive winning streak. Again, a perfect regular season for the Raiders, trying to keep that marching into the postseason. It starts with that big offensive line and getting Marco Sirigliano going. And can the Raiders play defense when it matters most? We'll find out starting this Friday. In Black River, a 12 seed in Division 6. Look, they've gotten healthy at the right time of the year. A 6-game winning streak for the Pirates to round out the regular season. A 12 seed. They will be at 5th seeded Columbus Grove this Friday. Big shout out to Tyler Markuzik. He became the school's all-time leader in receiving yards with 1,494 as they got a win this past Friday night over Wellington. And Tyler also set a all-time school record for catches. He has 82. So congratulations to Tyler for those single-season records. And Eric Grosser as well, 1,584 passing yards this season. That is a single-season school record for Black River. So some history being made this season for the Pirates. They'll look to keep their season alive again this Friday. They'll be at Columbus Grove. So your 3 games on WEOL. To recap, what can you listen to as far as regionals first round playoffs go? Again, radio and Stream 1, it's Elyria at Wadsworth in Division 1. Stream 2, Division 2, it'll be Sylvania Southview at Avon Lake. And our Medina County matchup on Stream 3. A good one here, Buckeye playing host to Padua. The Bucks, a very good regular season, trying to keep that momentum going here in the playoffs. So again, should be a fantastic opening round to the regional playoffs as that march to the state playoffs continues for a lot of our local teams. So that'll do it for this week's episode of The Blitz. Again, our 3 games on WEOL, Elyria at Wadsworth on the radio and Stream 1. Avon Lake playing host to Sylvania Southview on Stream 2. And our Medina County matchup on Stream 3 is Padua at Buckeye. So for Kristen Bauer, I'm Rocco Ducci saying thank you for listening to The Blitz. Again, brought to you by our friends at First Federal Savings of Lorain. Enjoy the opening week of the playoffs, everybody. We'll see you next time.